All right, let's talk websites. Specifically, that moment when you're finally ready to give yours a total revamp. Like fresh coat of paint, new furniture, the whole shebang.
A digital makeover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Picking a web design agency, especially here in Australia, it's a bigger deal than just like picking the first one Google throws at you.
It really is. It's not just about aesthetics, although those are important. We're talking about the heart of your online presence.
It's the first impression, right? Like imagine going to a job interview in your pajamas. Not the best look.
Definitely not. Your website, it's your storefront to the world. It's got to be inviting, engaging.
And functional. Don't forget functional. So, to help us unpack all of this, we're diving into a guide. And it's a good one. It's from Now Technology Systems, and they're actually a web design agency themselves right here in Australia.
They know their stuff.
Big time. And they don't sugarcoat it either. They actually call picking the right agency a billion-dollar decision.
Because it can be. Think about the long game. Your website, if it's done right, it's an investment. It's going to bring in customers, build your brand.
For years to come. It's wild how many businesses, they just kind of throw a website together and hope for the best.
It's got to be strategic.
100%. So this guide, it's all about strategy. And they start with this really cool idea. Before you even look at agencies, you got to look inward.
Self-reflection. It's important.
Right. So they have this list of questions like, first and foremost, what's your main goal for this website? Is it to boost sales, drum up new leads, just get your name out there?
Got to know where you're going before you can map out the route, right?
And then they want you to get specific. What features are absolutely non-negotiable? Do you need an online store? What about a blog? Contact forms?
And don't forget the practicalities. Budget is a big one. Being upfront about what you can realistically spend.
This is where it gets fun. The guide, they really dig into the whole brand vibe thing. Do you want your website to feel super sleek and modern or more warm and fuzzy?
This is where finding an agency that vibes with your style is key. Like, you wouldn't hire a wedding photographer who specializes in, like, gritty cityscapes to shoot your beach wedding. Same idea.
That's such a good point. All right, so you've got your goals, your must-haves, your budget, your vibe, all figured out. Now comes the really interesting part, and the guide, they really emphasize this. You need to find an agency with experience in your specific field.
That's huge, because an agency that's built websites for, say, restaurants, they just inherently get it. They'll know you need online ordering, reservation systems.
And mouth-watering food photos. It's all connected.
It totally is.
And you know what else really helps when you're trying to get a feel for an agency?
What's that?
Case studies. It's like getting a sneak peek at their track record.
It's true. Those are super helpful. Seeing how they've tackled projects in the past, what kind of results they've delivered, it's worth asking for those up front.
Oh, absolutely. Don't be shy. And while you're at it, check out their online reviews too.
Ugh, reviews. The digital word of mouth.
I mean, let's be real. We all check them. Whether it's for a restaurant, a hair salon.
Or a web design agency.
Exactly. It's like, why would you skip that step when you're making such a big decision?
The guide actually suggests casting a wide net with reviews.
Yeah.
Don't just stick to Google, although that's a good place to start.
Right. Branch out a bit.
Look at industry-specific platforms, maybe even their social media pages. See what people are saying.
And they even suggest, get this, maybe even try to contact some past clients directly.
Now that's dedication.
It's next level. But hey, if it gives you that extra peace of mind. Okay, here's a question for you. Think about the last time you Googled something. How far down the search results did you actually go?
First page, probably. Maybe the second if I was desperate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why this next part is so crucial. The guide, they're big on this. SEO.
You can have the most beautiful website in the world, but if it's buried on page 10 of the search results...
It's like that amazing restaurant hidden down a back alley that no one can ever find.
What a shame. All that deliciousness gone to waste.
Yeah.
So SEO, it's about making sure your target audience, your dream customers, they can actually find you.
When they need you.
When they're searching for exactly what you offer.
And the guide, they really drive this point home. Don't be afraid to grill potential agencies about their SEO approach.
From the very beginning. It shouldn't be an afterthought, something they just tack on at the end.
It's got to be baked into the process.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the SEO lowdown. You're feeling good about an agency. What's next?
Well, the guide, it actually breaks down the entire design process into phases, which I thought was really helpful.
Oh, like a roadmap.
Exactly. So you know what to expect at each stage.
I like that. Take some of the mystery out of it.
Right. So they talk about the initial consultation, the discovery phase, the actual design and development. then testing, and finally, the big launch.
And communication is key throughout all of that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They really stress that. Clear communication, agreed upon timelines. That's how you avoid those unexpected surprises.
And speaking of things that can be unexpected, websites, they require upkeep. It's not just a one-and-done deal.
Right. It's an ongoing thing, like a garden almost. You've got to tend to it.
I love that analogy. Okay, so the website, it needs regular TLC.
Yeah.
But before we even get to that stage, there's that whole proposal phase, where things start to feel a little more...
Official.
Exactly. Like we're signing a contract here, but the guide, it actually frames the proposal as a good thing.
It should be. A good proposal, it's not just about the price tag, although that's important too.
It's like a window into how the agency operates.
Right. You get a sense of their organization, their attention to detail. The guide actually lists out all the key things to look for.
Hit me with it.
So first and foremost, a clear scope of work. Like, what exactly are they going to do? What's included, what's not included?
No surprises.
Exactly. Then, timelines. Are they realistic? And of course, the cost breakdown. Is it detailed? Does it make sense?
Transparency is key.
It makes a world of difference. And of course, any terms and conditions, anything you should be aware of before you say yes.
So you can compare apples to apples when you're looking at different agencies.
Exactly. See who's offering the best value for your specific needs. And this brings us to the guide's final point. And it's a bit more touchy-feely.
Oh, I love touchy-feely. Lay it on me.
They say, ultimately, trust your gut.
Sometimes my gut leads me astray. Like that time I bought that antique lamp at the flea market. Turns out it was from, 1987. Not quite antique.
Well, maybe not the best judge of antiques, but your gut feeling about people, that's different. This is a partnership, after all.
Like choosing a hiking buddy. You want someone you trust, someone who's going to have your back when the trail gets tough.
100%. You've got to vibe with this agency. You got to trust their expertise. Because ultimately, they're going to be the ones bringing your vision to life.
Building that beautiful, functional, SEO-optimized website.
That ranks on page 1 of Google.
That converts visitors into loyal customers.
That helps your business thrive online.
And speaking of thriving online, big shout out to Now Technology Systems for this awesome guide. I love how practical and actionable their advice is.
Me too. And hey, for our listeners, if you're looking for a web design agency right here in Australia, they might be the perfect fit.
They specialize in working with small businesses, which I think is awesome. All right, so there you have it. Picking a web design agency, it doesn't have to be daunting.
It's all about asking the right questions.
Doing your research.
And trusting your gut.
This deep dive, hopefully it's given you the tools and the confidence to make the best choice for your business.
And hey, if this all feels a bit overwhelming, remember, you don't have to go it alone. There are experts out there like Now Technology Systems who can guide you every step of the way.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Until next time, happy website building, everyone.